first 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, it's time for my second favorite track on the F1 calendar. We are at the... I can't remember this track's name. I pronounced it on last year's game correctly, but I already forgot it. But we are at Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix. And I'm going to try and pronounce the circuit name somewhere within the video, but I'm probably going to fail. Looking at the performance chart, guys, we've got Mercedes. We have brought some upgrades to Mexico. And now Red Bull are officially the second best car. A weekend, I decide to choose a new rival in Pierre Gasly. Red Bull have come and brought one major upgrade. Oh, this sucks. But in any case, they are still on target come the end of the season. Ferrari are in P3. There's a pixel difference between Ferrari and Red Bull. Ourselves in 4th. Williams are still in 5th. Racing Point 6th. Alfa Romeo Racing 7th. Renault 8th. McLaren 9th. And Toro Rosso are very quickly starting to catch the back end of the midfield. So, as you guys can see here, I'm going to choose a new rival in Pierre Gasly. But yeah, I'm a little bit cross with myself because now Red Bull are a very, very strong front-running car. And yeah, to catch them now is going to be the hardest part of the rest of this first season. So let's see what we can do. There's still a lot that can happen, but yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle till Abu Dhabi at round 21. So yeah, but guys, let's head into this weekend. Let's hope we have a better weekend than the previous one at Suzuka. You guys know it was not the best weekend for our team. So let's see what we can do this weekend here at Mexico. Let's head straight into qualifying.
Not long now until the lights go green for the Mexico Grand Prix qualifying. So let's get ready and see who has that pole position winning performance in them this afternoon. So then, Ant, it's another Grand Prix weekend, another exciting qualifying session ahead of us. What are you going to be looking out for over the next few minutes?
The first question is going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime.
Guys, jumping straight into the end of Q1, guys, not much better than last weekend when we were in Japan, and we crossed the line. We go P8 for the end of Q1, so we are on a reasonable pace. Not the pace I would want, but we are still on a reasonable pace, so I'm not going to complain about a better weekend than the previous one. Guys, please take 2 seconds and be a boss. Drop a like down below on this video. You guys help me out a lot. Heading into Q2, guys, we have to try and get this car into Q3. Yeah, it's Mexico. It's a very, very strategic race that's coming up, and if you get your strategy wrong, yeah, it's going to be a very hard race for you indeed. Guys, this brilliant home straight of the Circuit Hermanos Rodriguez, I finally remembered. Yeah, heading over 350 kilometers an hour without slipstream, just DRS and ERS. Yeah, it's a very fun start of the track with a trip chicane, just almost like in Monza with the final trip chicane. But that one is quite different. It's a lot slower than the one at Monza, but still a very fun way to start off a lap here at Mexico. Guys, heading to the end of the end of our first run. We are at, I think, P15, but we did use a set of worn tires. So there was still a lot of water that had to run into the sea, and I felt a lot more confidence in qualifying than the previous round in Japan, but still the car was not where I wanted it to be.
We need you to move up into the top 10. We won't progress to the shootout.
Never. I did not know that, Jeff. Freaking hell, this guy irritates me sometimes. That is common sense. In any case, guys, actually GG's to George Russell and the Williams once again getting that car into Q2. Let's see if that Williams can get himself into Q3 actually. Guys, heading to the first corner. Actually, to be quite honest with you guys, my banker lap was complete rubbish. I was on a worn set of slicks, but I bottled so many corners. I think I missed like 4 apexes. The final sector was complete garbage. So this lap really was going to have me improve a significant amount of time, a big chunk in my opinion. But yeah, guys, heading through this brilliant S section here at Mexico. It's a very fun part of the track to drive. It feels like Silverstone's, Maggots and Beckett's. I think it's a little bit faster on the exit. No, it's a lot faster on the exit, but a little bit slower on the entry. It's basically Maggots and Beckett's backwards. In my opinion, it's Maggots and Beckett's backwards. But guys, heading to the stadium section, the beautiful stadium section, for hopefully not the final time in qualifying. Rounding the final corner onto the power as early as possible. We cross the line and it's P. Oh crap. Guys, I'm sorry. It's the second time on the channel that I've said crap. But oh my word, P11. What is it with us and P11 this season? Oh, I can remember China and Baku. No, it wasn't China. It was Baku and I think a race after that we ended P11 twice in a row. I hate P11. But in any case, hopefully it's a blessing in disguise with the open tire strategy. So let's see what happens. But we've got, once again, an uphill battle ahead of us. Not as much as in Japan last weekend when we started at the very back of the grid. But yeah. Let's see what we can do here in Mexico. And let's see if we can, by some other miracle, beat the Red Bulls. Let's head to the Grand Prix.
The air may be thin here in Mexico City. The atmosphere is anything but. The crowd have been chanting and singing, not just this afternoon, but throughout the entire weekend. There's a great love for Formula One here, and no small amount of expectation. Let's hope today's Grand Prix can meet it. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right and the remaining 7 going to the left. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Why don't we talk about Ferrari? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Pierre Gasly and Weber, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, O'Connor and George Russell, Norris, Raikkonen, Roman Grosjean and Kubica, Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, Butler, Sergio Perez and Alexander Albon. Fiat and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
See if you can achieve 7th place or better.
Wow, that's short and sweet. Guys, I know the team is very cross with me now once again, 2 weekends in a row, failing my qualifying objective and last weekend failing my race objective. So we've got a lot of work to get the team's trust back in us this episode. So yeah, let's head to the Mexican Grand Prix, guys, and please jam with me on the formation lap as always, and let's get the heart pumping and the adrenaline rushing through our bodies, because this is going to be a fight all the way to the flag. Guys, on the grid, ready for the Mexican Grand Prix. 2 penalties, so we are at P9. Thank goodness for that. 5 red lights, and it's go, go, go for the Mexican Grand Prix. A Mercedes front row lockout, Ferrari second row. But for this race, you do not want to be on the front row because slipstream here is OP. And look at those 2 Ferraris as they go for the Mercedes cars. Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel are separated by only 2 points heading into this round. I think it's only 2 points. So Vettel has to have a good weekend, unlike the previous one in Japan where he did not finish the Grand Prix thanks to a massive tank with Lewis Hamilton. But Lewis Hamilton leads the way from Sebastian Vettel in P2, Charles Leclerc in P3, Pierre Gasly is in P4, and Valtteri Bottas in P6. You guys can see there behind there's a scrap between myself and a Racing Point. We will jump back to my start in just a second. But now it is Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton leading the way from both Ferraris in P2 and P3. I think as long as Vettel finishes ahead of Valtteri this weekend, he is going to be very satisfied. But guys, jumping back onto our POV. Not the best start, it's a very average start. We get swapped by George Russell's Williams and by 2 cars behind us. And luckily this Haas has got very, very good straight line speed. Heading into the first corner, I jolt to the inside, jolt to the inside. Make a little bit of contact with the Alfa Romeo, try to go around the outside of the Alfa Romeo and onto the inside of Kevin Magnussen's Renault. We get the move done after we give K-Mag a little bit of a squeeze. We are now right behind, I think it's a Sergio Perez. No, it's actually not. It's the ugly helmet of Lucas Weber. That's the only way I separate those 2 cars, the numbers and Lucas Weber's ugly helmet. Guys, you can see he's jumping a little bit off track there, but we get the move done without any warnings or penalties, and that is us all the way up to P6. A perfect race for me would be to keep this position, because guys, I need to finish P7 this Grand Prix. I need to. If I don't, yeah, the Haas are not going to be in good hopes with me. But we are in P7 now. Let's see if we can stick with these leaders to try and steal DRS off of them when DRS gets activated. That is going to be hard, but let's see if we can do. Guys, this entire weekend I struggled with Sector 3, especially the exit coming out of the final corner. I just couldn't put the power down early enough. The car would just spin. And so I was really struggling with just getting this car hooked up out of the final corner. You guys can see I was so far ahead of Lucas Weber coming out of the final corner, and now he is in a position to try and mount a move. Luckily I have lots of ERS to stay ahead of him, but I think we've already lost touch with these top 5. So let's just hope we can defend this Grand Prix and that our strategy works out. Strategy at Mexico means a lot, just like in Canada. Look guys, most Grand Prix strategy can make a big difference, but some Grand Prix are more lenient than others. So I know strategy here around Mexico is very key, so we have to have the right one. This is George Russell. Ooh, why am I yawning? Stupid body, stupid brain. You do not need more oxygen. You do not. That was George Russell making a move on Kevin Magnussen, a beautiful move. That was just to show you guys that Williams does have great pace here around Mexico. Now it is Charles Leclerc trying to go for a move on Sebastian Vettel. No team orders for this team this weekend, clearly, because actually Vettel needs the position much more than Seb. But I think Ferrari are seeing that Charles has got better pace than Seb and is trying him to go catch Lewis to maybe box him into Sebastian's courts, because P2 for Sebastian is still better than P3. So let's see what Ferrari does here. And now even Pierre Gasly is trying to mount a move on Valtteri Bottas. Pierre Gasly also got a podium stolen from underneath his nose at the previous Grand Prix when he made contact with Sergio Perez at the very, well, not at the very start, but at an earlier stage in the Grand Prix. So I'm sure Pierre Gasly is looking for redemption this weekend. Guys, you guys can see Vettel once again passes Charles Leclerc. I think they're basically doing a DRS, like they're towing each other along with DRS to try and get onto the back of Lewis Hamilton. The Ferrari are working very good as a team at this stage, and as you guys see here, it is now myself battling away with Lucas Weber, and once again, for the second weekend in a row, Max bloody Verstappen. Guys, there's already one Red Bull ahead of us that we're not going to catch, so I'm going to defend from Max. Hui! Why am I still yawning? Guys, I'm not even tired. I just think my brain is just like it's overloaded with all the information of these past 2 Grand Prix. Russia was absolutely crazy, and Japan was just a complete balls up. So yeah, there's a lot that needs to happen this weekend. You guys can see it is now myself, Max Verstappen, and George Russell battling away for the, well, what's that, P6? So yeah, but guys, like I said, I'm going to defend from Max with everything I've got. Red Bull that at least one Red Bull needs to finish behind one Haas car. I mean, like, seriously. Especially with Pierre Gasly doing so good. But guys, Lewis Hamilton is getting getting a double move pulled on him by both Ferraris, because Ferrari are working excellent this weekend when it comes to strategy. They are pulling each other along, and they just schooled Lewis Hamilton, because Bottas was busy battling away with the second Red Bull of Pierre Gasly. So there's not much that actually Hamilton can do. He's just sitting duck. But if we know Lewis Hamilton, he's not just going to lie down and let them walk over him. It's Lewis freaking Hamilton. So let's see what Lewis does this race. And you guys know Mercedes always have a brilliant strategy up their sleeve. So I'm sure Mercedes is still going to bounce back later on in this Grand Prix. You guys can see I'm still defending away from all these cars behind me. And now Lucas Weber's trying to go for a move on Max Verstappen to take his P7 back. I'm just keeping my car ahead of them and following it on the apex. When these guys battled, guys, I tried to get away, but my car just had no pace in Sector 3, thanks to abnormal wheel spin. I tuned the craziness out of this car the entire weekend, well, all 3 practice sessions. I just couldn't get the car to grip in Sector 3. So yeah, we really need to work on some rear downforce for that car. But guys, heading into T1 once again, it is now Lewis Hamilton fighting back against the 2 Ferraris. He is trying to take back P2 from Sebastian Vettel. They are side by side heading to the second corner, but through T3, Hamilton makes the move stick beautifully. And now heading on to the end, I think this is lap 10. That looks like double digits. The end of lap 10, Charles Leclerc is diving into the pit lane to come in for his pit stop. And Valtteri Bottas, one of the championship contenders, is also in, as well as Pierre Gasly, who holds up Charles Leclerc. Red Bull, you have just done Ferrari. I think that's going to give Sebastian Vettel the lead, and hopefully those guys don't come out of traffic. So yeah, guys, the end of the very next lap, it is Sebastian Vettel coming into the pit lane. Lewis Hamilton, on the other hand, does not come into the pit lane, and Sebastian Vettel, going on to a set of softs, is committing to a 2-stop. So that is very interesting from Mercedes. I think they might be scheming to put Hamilton on a 1-stop to try and secure the victory. But the odds around this track are, just like in Silverstone, they are quite atrocious. So let's see what happens here around Mexico. But guys, going on further, you guys can see it is actually myself. Oh! That was very, very close. Guys, that's an unsafe release from my team. Thank goodness this game does not have unsafe release penalties, not as of yet. In the future, I'm sure it will have, with Codemasters striving to make this game absolutely epic in recent memory. But yeah, that is just luck, the fact that I stayed ahead of Max Verstappen. That in real life, that should have been a penalty. But I am not complaining, because that keeps me ahead of him. Guys, this is Sebastian Vettel taking the lead of the Grand Prix on his fresh soft tires. And guys, just like I thought, Mercedes are putting Hamilton on fresh, hard compound tires. So Hamilton is definitely running to the end of this Grand Prix. He comes out of P2. Charles Leclerc being held up by Pierre Gasly, got stuck in traffic and was overtaken by Valtteri Bottas. So now Charles Leclerc going for a race win is nearly impossible for him. He's just got to hope to try. Well, Ferrari are going to tell him to try and take P3 from Valtteri. So that is going to be a very interesting battle come the end of this Grand Prix. So I am very, very interested to see if that happens actually. Back to my battle. Guys, I'm going to defend from Max Verstappen. Still, he is just relentless. And no matter what I'm doing, he is keeping that Red Bull behind me. Guys, I saved up enough fuel and ERS sometimes to push for 2 laps straight. No matter how hard I pushed, that freaking Red Bull would stay on my gearbox. Once again, we jump back to George Russell, who's going for a move on Kimi Raikkonen, I think it is. Around the outside, onto the inside for the second part. It's very, very close, but he gets the move down on Kimi. And that is George Russell once again right behind the gearbox of Max Verstappen. And guys, also, I think Max has also committed to the 2-stop. Just like myself, the mediums will not in your life run to the end of this Grand Prix. That is an absolute fact. So, yeah, guys, this is Pierre Gasly actually starting to pressurize Charles Leclerc, and this is exactly not what Charles Leclerc needed. He needs to try and chase after Valtteri, and now Red Bull and Pierre Gasly are stopping him from doing that. You guys can already see that Valtteri is so far ahead of these two. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very hard race for Charles Leclerc. You guys see Romain Grosjean and actually Sergio Perez are driving 2 fantastic races. Because remember guys, the previous episode, those who don't finish the Grand Prix, Perez had a gearbox failure and actually, no, not a gearbox failure, he had some sort of engine failure, and my teammate I think had a turbo failure. So they both did not finish their previous Grand Prix, so they are going to have a very good Grand Prix to try and redeem themselves. But at this stage, you guys can see Charles Leclerc mounting a move once again on Pierre Gasly. He makes the move stick, and that is now Charles Leclerc back up into P4. And this is actually Max Verstappen once again, behind actually George Russell. Well, guys, did I have missed the move where George Russell overtook Max? I think I did. But in any case, now it's giving me a little bit of a chance to breathe, to try and conserve my tyres, to go onto the softs come the end of the Grand Prix. Guys, at this stage, I would have had to strap on a set of mediums come the end of the Grand Prix, but I really badly needed to strap on a set of softs, just to make sure that I secure a points finish, because a lot of drivers were going for a one-stop, and on the mediums, I would not have been able to catch them quick enough come the end of the Grand Prix. I needed to go on to softs. I had about 3-4 laps of not defending running, but now Max is once again back onto my gearbox. Guys, I want to throw Max with a rotten egg. I'm telling you guys, I want to throw Max with a rotten egg. I feel about Max now how I felt about Gasly and Hungary. He's just relentless, and now it is 2 Grand Prix in a freaking row. So luckily he's got the company of George Russell and a very quickly chasing Renault of Kevin Magnussen in the background to keep him company. So I hope they keep him company long enough for me to start making a gap. But guys, once again I repeat, my pace in Sector 3 was nowhere. I was by far, but I was definitely in the top 5 slowest cars in Sector 3. I just couldn't get the power down. Especially that very tight corner into the stadium section. Not the right-hander, the hairpin after the right-hander. The car just wouldn't grip. And also the very final corner, that sweeping right-hander. It felt like I was driving on ice. It was not a fun experience, and with me loving this track as much as I do, it really pained me to not be doing as good around here as I know I could. You guys know on F1 2018, I rocked it around here. I love Mexico. But, yeah. I for some other reason, I do not feel that I made the right strategy call. I think the one-stop is the right strategy call because of all the battling. The two-stop is just way too slow. You guys can see I actually got away from that pack a little bit, but guys, it took them like 3 laps to catch up back to catch me back up. Oh my words today are not good. Guys, this is Sebastian Vettel coming into the pit lane, strapping on a set of hards. What are you doing, Seb? Oh my soul, guys, Seb went soft hard. Hamilton went soft hard. Why didn't he go on to mediums? Okay, guys, Vettel is not winning the Mexican Grand Prix. I think it's a slam dunk now for Lewis. Guys, also Bottas went on to hards. What are the AI doing? Charles, if you go on to hards, my man. Okay, thank goodness, you have got a higher IQ than the rest of these guys. He went on to mediums. Guys, the hards are terrible around here. Even though it's the optimum strategy for a one-stop, why do you want to use them in a two-stop? I will never understand the AI on F1 games. Never, ever, ever in my life. But in any case, guys, this is Max Verstappen, also strapping on a set of soft tyres. And a lap later, his teammate Pierre Gasly comes into the pit lane, and I came in on the same lap. But guys, I'm not even going to try and cover it up. Max got the most OP undercut on me I've ever seen on this game. And I mean, that includes me watching YouTube videos of this game and other people that play this game. Guys, this is me coming into the pit lane, and you guys are going to see now how OP the undercut is here at Mexico. Especially on the soft compound tires. Great moogly. Good pit stop, mediums onto soft. Let's get this car going. There we go, we are out of the pit lane. Guys, we look at Max. There's Max Verstappen already through the final corner, barreling down the straight. Yeah, I got schooled. And guys, at this stage, I was so sad that I didn't go for the one-stop. I needed to start this race off on the mediums, just play my cards semi-right, and I needed to go onto the hards. That was the smarter strategy for me, and I just didn't. I thought the hards, because I saw how bad they were in practice, I just didn't trust the hard tires, and this time it has really bitten me in the rear end. Unlike Canada, where I thought the one-stop was going to be their way to go, the two-stop was the wrong way to go back at Canada. This way it was it was swapped around. Max Verstappen in any case is so OP at this stage. He's overtaking cars left, right and center. The one stop here is the better strategy to be on. So come next season, I'm definitely not going to opt for the 2-stop, and the cars are going to have more upgrades on, obviously. But damn, no man, I can't do this, guys. This season the ending of the season is starting to go all more wrong for me. Luckily, I've got a fair amount of pace as this is my teammate Roman Grosjean, because that's my teammate Roman Grosjean. Oh, contact with Giovinazzi. Oh boy, I nearly ran into the back of Giovinazzi there, guys. Oh my soul. That was so close. But you guys can see I overtake Lando Norris very easily in a straight line. I go onto the back of my teammate and then he just makes contact. Oh, that's why. Gio locked up. Ooh, that was too close for comfort. I cut off the nose of Giovinazzi just to make sure he does not get a move back on me. And now I'm chasing after my teammate. Guys, look at this. Max Verstappen has even caught Sergio Perez, who is driving an absolutely phenomenal Grand Prix. Oh my soul, GG Sergio Perez. Well done, my dude. But in any case, guys, you guys see here just in the background, it is me overtaking my teammate. And guys, I've got to tell you guys now, Max Verstappen even went to catch Lucas Weber. I do not know where Max's pace came from, but that Red Bull, just like the Mercedes at the previous round, is now an OP car. Guys, look at this. It's Pierre Gasly going around the outside of Charles Leclerc. And, oh, no. No! Guys, 2 races in a row. Ferrari are going to finish with only 1 car. Charles Leclerc has had some sort of issue, mechanical issue, and he is out of the Mexican Grand Prix. Guys, the previous round, Hamilton took out Vettel in a horrific crash at Suzuka. This race, Charles Leclerc had some sort of mechanical failure. There you guys see Max Verstappen overtaking Lucas Weber. OP. Hashtag OP. This is Pierre Gasly catching the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas. I'm sure Vettel is smiling while he's watching this. But back to the story. Suzuka, Vettel crashes out thanks to Hamilton. Hermanos Rodriguez, Charles Leclerc's got a mechanical issue. Oh my soul, it's just Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. It's not looking good for them. But guys, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton has driven a very, very solid Mexican Grand Prix. He's going through the stadium section for the final time. The 1-stop was the way to go. Stupid me, and Lewis Hamilton is going to come across the line to win the Mexican Grand Prix. Get in there, Lewis. That was a brilliant Grand Prix. Even though I don't like you, dude, I have to respect that drive. Sebastian Vettel will extend his championship lead after a horrendous round in Japan. Sebastian Vettel comes across the line to take P2 in this Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly will make it 3 different constructors on the podium as he takes P3 for Red Bull. Guys, it was a lonesome 3rd stint for me. Max just drove away and I overtook the cars that I could. But once again, it is only P8. P7 keeps avoiding us. And guys, after this round, I'm going to need a serious mental evaluation, because this has broken all my confidence. The team are going to be furious. Oh guys, I'm not looking forward to the post-race.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Sebastian Vettel will be very happy with that result as he extends his championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Guys, I'm absolutely lost for words. 2 weekends in a row, we failed our quali objective, our race objective, and the pace of the car is just not where I need it to be. Guys, I think it's more me than the car. I need to just like have a mental evaluation, but still, I'm very disappointed in myself, and I feel like I'm letting the team down. But guys, otherwise than that, still an excellent Grand Prix for you guys to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ding the bell to never miss a future episode of Turbo Fox Races and to have all your F1 2019 needs met. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying till the end. I'll see y'all next time for the USA Grand Prix. Hopefully it goes better. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!